Hey everybody, so we're back. Week number 2. How you doing, Bruce? Tired?
Tired and cold.
Tired and cold. Yeah, we're in the Northeast region.
Yeah, what do they call that? Seasonal depression.
Every man suffers from November to January.
Literally, that's
Seasonal
the
depression.
winter arc. That's why you got to be in the gym.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
That's literally why you got to be in the gym.
Gains. That's how I'm gonna put it.
That's right.
So this week, Bruce said he got some questions for me to answer.
Only because you were so kind to bring me questions last time. Oh
Definitely.
no, my shit got to be on airplane mode. It's our best friend.
Definitely.
It's our bestie. But anyway, the questions.
I'm on the questions.
I mean, shit. You want to just jump right in?
I'm jumping right into it.
All right, fine.
It's almost the end of the year. It's probably like the last video they'll get before the end of the year. We're gonna be skipping over Christmas a little bit. I'm going on vacation.
All right. So now, I don't know whether I want to start from the question that makes all the questions relevant,
Okay.
or if I want to start from the smaller questions and work my way into the biggest question. You know what? All right, you know what? No, because everybody has to start small and work their way up, right? That's usually how it
Yeah,
is.
you can't climb to the top of the ladder. You have to go through the bottom steps first.
Okay, so we're gonna start at the top, and we're just gonna fall off the ladder
All right.
on our faces, because that's how I like to work. Sometimes I like to go against the grain. So, first question is, why do any of it? Why be good? Why look for God? Why why look for financial freedom? Why look for personal freedom? If ignorance is bliss, why do any of it? Why not just be a normie?
A normie, like you're talking about a normal. But
Sure.
if you're looking back into life and
Why
most,
why why strive to do anything?
why strive to do anything? Well, first is survival. Survival's key. A lot of homeless people, a lot
Okay,
of
I'll say this: beyond survival,
beyond
because
survival.
yes, because you and I are people we consider ambitious, right? We don't like to do things. We don't like to do things the way of the average man or the normal man, right?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
said normal people what they try and we do. So why be doers instead of triers? Why be knowers instead of guessers if ignorance is bliss? If we live in a world
We all go to the
where
same place. Like we
where
all end the same way.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean,
Or not,
the
or
reason.
maybe we don't all go to the same place. You know
Yeah, you never know.
that's to be
Just
debated,
that's to
right?
be the answer to later on in life.
That's to be debated.
That's,
But my question is, we all kind of get the same things, and oftentimes, I'm sure you understand this. You might be able to get more if you sold yourself out, or if you went with what was average.
yeah, but you're basically saying why try and do the stuff, why do the hard work now, and then or just take the easy route like
Yeah, yeah.
normal people. So
Why not
I
just take the
listened to this
easy route?
quote. Don't quote me on where it's at, but it's somewhere that I listened to it, and someone said, if you could struggle 3 years now and be free later, or you're free now and then you're struggling for the rest of your life,
Huh.
and it clicks because if you look at ancestors and past and past and past, and you just realize that back in the days when there's less people around and it was just smaller civilizations and there was people like just hunting for their wood and stacking up logs and making and building up their credibility.
Mm-hmm.
If you notice, those people, there's no such thing as social security. There was no social security. There's no food stamps.
Mm-hmm.
They survived off of what they built.
Mm-hmm.
So, but us humans nowadays, we think we're entitled to this. We think we're entitled to this lifestyle that this guy has to give us this guy has to give us this guy has to give us this. So you waking up at 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, but you want to retire at 56. Like, there's no retirement at that age. You only got 20 years working experience at 26. I mean, at 56. So it's up to the human body to realize when is it and when is it not the time to try and try and try. And if you look at it that way, that's a good question you're asking is why? The point is the why is the answer to why not, because I see the struggle and I see the way it goes, and I don't want to be that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to live in that. I know you've probably been to plenty of houses that are low income, and the guys are sitting there just chilling. You get their sons chilling on the low income, and they're just chilling back, and they're just relaxing. Oh yeah, we're low income, we're just hanging out, waiting for the next check to come in from the government. But there's one kid in the family who's hustling hard, and that one kid could take the whole family forward. So it's not about why. It's mostly about like, let's do it.
Well, why go forward though?
Why go forward is to make a better impact. It's to impact the world, and there's leaders out in this world. There's alphas and there's non-alphas.
Mm-hmm.
There's always a leader in the pack.
Mm-hmm.
You're never gonna have a starting 5 basketball team and be like, this guy, everybody's the best.
I like that. That's good.
Not gonna have that.
Good answer.
The roster's not gonna be everybody's the best.
Good answer.
You're not gonna be paid well then. Only people who are really truly in this world.
So you're saying that there has to it's necessary for there to be a lesser
grade. Yeah, the world needs a balance. There can only be so many millionaires, there's so many poor people, there's so many middle class.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way that there could be all millionaires, all middle class, or all poor, because the world won't revolve. The economy is a wave. So if you look at people and look at wave, there's waves of economy and people. There's waves of feelings in people. There's waves of way people act. Not everybody can make it past 20. Not everybody can make it past 30. Not everybody can make it past 40, because the world needs that. It needs that robust to make it average. Because if everybody lived to 80, there won't be no average life of 70 or 60, because everybody's 80. We know when we die 80. So then everybody will get comfortable with just 80, 80, 80. And they know, okay, we're gonna die 80, so we're gonna try at 50, because you got 30 years to actually perfect for our future.
Right, I get it.
But we're ambitious, so we know that our time is not on our watch. It's on God's timing. So we're gonna answer what we gotta do, pick up that phone when we have to, and make that extra phone call to make the money happen, or anything happen, any financial freedom, because we know that the next day is our promise. When we wake up in the morning, we pray to what?
To God.
For them what? Waking up.
Yeah, I was gonna say thank you for waking up, but not even.
Exactly. We hardly pray to go to sleep because we know we want to wake up tomorrow.
Nah, that was funny. So
it's a question. It's a repetitive question that you go in a circle, and you think about it. You start doing math, and you're like, 365 days in a year, 50 years in your life, 60 years in your life, 70 years, 80 years if you're really lucky. You're like, damn. That the days really don't add up, but you got to make it work.
And different people value different things.
Yeah.
So they'll go to different levels to get or not get those.
And things. Another aspect I will say in the whys and the why do's in life is, I will say to the world right now, I will say as bluntly as I can, do what you love. If it's flipping burgers and you're happy with it, do what you love. There's plenty of millionaires who make franchise on flipping burgers because they love doing what they do.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
That's a fact.
It's a fact. You can be a millionaire in any industry if you love it enough.
You love it enough. You could be the best shoe shiner and make millions of dollars.
That's a fact.
It doesn't matter. Don't go off of social media saying Forex. You remember Forex? The Forex game?
I was never a Forex guy.
I
do like futures, but
yeah, Forex guys, stock Forex. Investors. Everybody wants to be nurses. That's everybody. Everybody's different in life.
Yeah.
I'm a plumber, for God's sake, and I'm making money. Like, you know what I'm saying? A plumber. Like, you think about someone who's fixing a pipe on a house. The pipe never changed. The pipe been the same since whatever God knows when.
Well, we went from copper to PVC, but
yeah, copper, cast iron, but it's still a circle. The wheel is still there.
Yes,
never
exactly.
Invented the wheel.
The industry is the same.
The industry is the same. It's a good question that you asked, though. It's an eye-opening question.
I like that what you just said about the pipe never changing, because that's almost biblical in that there's nothing new under the sun. Every industry has been the same industry. Like, everything we do on stock markets and shit now is like just done hand in hand 100,000 years ago, but it's still the same. I'm buying something for lower than I'm selling it to you for higher. It's the same thing. Or I'm investing in your company, or I'm changing out the brick in your stone arch Roman aqueduct versus I'm changing the pipe under your street.
But
it's like
what I will say,
all the same. It's all the same I guess you could say, work, but it's just done in different ways.
Is that a different way?
The industries though are the same.
I would say the only thing that would change the aspect of being a go-getter and just realizing that you're willing to adapt and you're willing to communicate. Like if hey guys, if you guys can communicate in life and you guys can take the sell you could sell the same broom as somebody else, but the way you communicated and show them and demonstrated this broom, you can sell this more of these brooms than that person will ever sell.
Yeah.
It's just communication. So people think a product will sell itself. No, it doesn't. A car doesn't sell itself because then there'll be no salesman. They have to be salesmen to sell the car. That's why
Because why
Carvana's
this
not
car instead of this one?
exactly.
Why this one over that one?
Exactly.
Why a coupe over a four door?
Exactly. You go to the shoe store, there's still somebody there tailoring to your shoe needs. It doesn't matter which shoe store you're going. You can go to Skechers for God's sake. Still going to be somebody there. There's no vending machine for sneakers unless you got online nowadays. Cool, but your mind's already set by the time you get to online.
That's a fact.
It's a mobile mind shift when it comes to that.
That's a fact.
But the communication is already there because they're on social media. They advertise on social media. They put the ads out. They put you know what I'm saying.
They don't have a salesperson, but they have a
sales technique.
Exactly, they have a sales algorithm
so it's there
that somebody probably curated, and made.
Definitely. So like my aspect of that point is like you're only going to be as much as you're willing to go as far as you're willing to go in life.
Okay. So another, I guess, to not piggyback on that topic, like I said, I was kind of we're working backwards now. So we have the why. Now let's talk about the how. And this is funny because I kind of know your opinion, which is really why I want to like get your opinion on this.
So you're going for the he, how, who, and how, right? So just basically going
kind of. Okay, so now, do you need to, like, we know you need work in order to be successful at anything, but do you need to work hard in order to achieve financial success? Let's talk about that.
Hard in labor wise or hard in
Yes, labor wise.
Well,
or you could talk about it from both aspects because I like that you said labor wise because there's depending on what aspect you're looking at it from, it's a yes and a no question.
It's a yes and no question.
That's
so
why
I traveled. I traveled. I spent the last 19 years of my life doing mechanic work, and I thought of every job as extra money to fund my fun.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, let's say I made $65, $1,000 on engine swap. I'll think about it as a part for a car or an extra piece here. I never thought about it as being the key to my future.
Mm-hmm.
So, labor-wise, it's important to know what it is to never do again. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
But you also need the labor aspect of your life to know how to obsolete the people or the mistakes that you don't want in your company to be done in certain aspects. So it's hand in hand, wash and wash. And that's key to everything in life. So your question is really good. It's like labor, like, damn, is it key to, like, is it really
right
for the labor?
Because it's like, yeah, nigga, you can work hard. You have to work hard, but then you don't want to be the motherfucker working hard at 70 years old for somebody else's
business.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like you do need hard work, but the hard work isn't necessarily directly linearly related to how much money you can make.
Yeah, but if you go back way back. You go into every book in the Bible, the altars. You go into the Genesis. You go into Corinthians. Anything you want to go to in the Bible and every aspect, and you just dig through, and you realize that a lot of people, even when they bring the burnt offerings, the Israelites were burnt offering their cattle, but they also had their servants. They also had their servants bringing them. You know what I'm saying? So everybody had stagnant point in life. Like, where are you going to be at? Like, so there was
Everybody,
always a
there was
farm.
a hierarchy.
There was a hierarchy. There was you could be the person who owns this farm and has your servants, and then but you're still less of your servants because you owe more to your servants. So you got to understand that most companies in this era are literally debt bound.
Yeah,
So if you think about
I
debt
get what
bound,
you mean. Like they have capital, but that doesn't necessarily make them rich because
they owe more than
they owe
they
right.
their employees probably are worth more than them
Yeah,
off their banks, like the regular bank accounts.
which we can bring that back to the first question, which is why do anything then?
Exactly.
If you're richer than the company you work for on paper, why do anything? But then the company you work for on paper has more what than you? Power.
More freedom. The person above has way more freedom to do anything in life. The person above can go on vacation when he wants to. The person above
Though
can.
hypothetically they could be what? Poorer than you.
They're hypothetically poor then, yes.
But they have more freedom because of social what?
Social
Proof.
freedom, freedom, awareness.
Social proof, and I call it social proof and social credit
It's an ideology if you look at it that way.
because that what else is money? Money is paper that we have given.
Money's nothing.
Right, it's paper that we've given energy to, thus making it an ideology, and we can use this idea to buy other people's work. We can use this idea that is nothing to go and buy other people's lives, right?
Definitely.
Their lives, their work, their blood, sweat, and tears. So, but we just discussed that the company you work for could be poorer than you on paper.
On paper, yeah.
So,
Most people are more debt than they are. They're just their company's literally just paying the debts, which is okay. It's not the end of the world.
and that is not always bad either.
That's not always bad. No, no. At the end of the day, if you liquidize and you sell your buildings, you're probably still gonna walk away with a profit, but you're not gonna be. But the goal. So this is where I say, as alpha male, and I'm about to rock your world now.
Okay, I'm ready.
Alpha male is different. If you're an alpha male and you own a company like this, and let's say, yeah, you do owe a lot of money in debt and products in your building and the building oversight, you still don't own the building, you don't even own the vehicles, you financed everything.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Your guys are making $200,000-$300,000 a year. That's fine. Your marketing is insane. You're all wearing suits and ties and other things that are worth a lot of money. But guess what?
Hmm.
If it wasn't for you, them guys wouldn't be doing that. Wouldn't be wearing that.
That's
You can't make the hamster comfortable without the wheel.
that's okay.
You know what I'm saying? So the person, he owns the hamster box. He put the wheel in there. The hamster's working.
I get it. I get it. I get
You
it.
get what I'm saying?
So the
So
value ain't even in the company.
it's in you because you're the person who's willing
You're the
to
person
put
who
that
I did it.
did that.
The power.
The power of that.
The power.
So you're
to
financially more freedom in that aspect of doing it, and that's where my mindset sometimes comes in. Like in this world, like I'm willing to. My financial freedom and speech and everything is not meant to just make money for myself. It's meant to also empower the rest to build futures and
I
build these places of work and build these good communities of good standings so people can know when to do the right business and not the right business.
I get it.
And that's the goal that I'm really like shooting for, is like to be honest about everything, like make the right stuff, like do the right work. And it's hard.
Bro, it is so hard because this is such a dog eat dog world, and so much of business especially is done in a way where it's like fuck ethics, fuck ethics, fuck morals. You know, if it makes money, it makes money, and it's hard when you're trying to come at it from a way that's honest, and when you're trying to build a community that doesn't just keep the hamster in the cage but keeps him comfortable. Because right now what's happening is, you know, we're all rats in a maze, hamsters in a cage, right? But the issue right now is, you know, and the reason that we're seeing all this political strife in America is because we're not comfortable anymore. if we were comfortable, we'd all be fine letting the world truck along as it always does. And this is, I guess, this is the goal of politics, and this is why it's important for your politicians to be afraid of you.
Definitely. I can
Uh,
break your mind right now with like a couple
yeah.
words.
Well, hold on, but why it's important for your politicians to be afraid of you is because you're supposed to be comfortable in the hamster cage, and you're not.
You're not. I can break your, but I can break your whole mind in the whole aspect.
Go.
You went to a courtroom before, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's there angry. The judge is mad.
So me.
Prosecutor. But people in there are mad.
I get it.
And they're making good money. When you went to a deli to get a sub, I bet you that person was the happiest person on earth giving you that sub.
That's right.
So there it goes. It doesn't matter about the dollar sign. It matters about the morals in that freaking place. The morals.
It does, but then
the more the morals, the less
it
less
does,
values.
but then the deli owner loses his whole deli in a fire, and insurance refuses to pay him out, and then that politician, or not the politician, but the person from your court goes home and gets his dick sucked by a prostitute, while this deli guy, his wife leaves him because he can't provide for the family no more. And that is why that is why, like I said, that's the problem with us being in the hamster cage right now. We're all in the hamster cage, but we don't got no wheels because these politicians ain't working for us. They're taxing us without representing us, which is a whole nother aspect. But that's also, like you said, why it's so hard to do good business and to have integrity, because in Western culture, especially right now, those two things are diametrically opposed. It's like you can't have integrity, you can't care about your employees, and yet make revenue as a boss, and that's simply not the truth. But in modern day, that's how they want to make the modern or average person feel. They want to keep you trapped in this idea that that if you want to win, you gotta compromise your values.
Yeah, you compromise your values. But yeah, that's true, and it goes back to like the last video where I said it's like the World War U. Like a lot of people are at war with themselves when they realize like their family's right next to them. Like you can do it together.
No, I agree.
Like it's World War U when your family's next to you. The Rockefeller family, BlackRock family, all these type of families. It's not just saying that they're family by blood, but they're still there.
They work with each
They
other.
work with each other. A lot of
to grow their wealth.
To grow their wealth. But I'm saying, but a lot of these England families, they still are in these estates where their families. It's like we're in a World War me type of party.
I get what you mean. I'll back you up on that. They say the Illuminati is really 12 secret families that run everything.
Yeah.
I'm just saying this is what they say.
You can't run the way I use the bathroom.
Well, obviously.
You can't run the way I drink the water. I mean, you can run the way I think about money.
People
just want to control the dollar sign.
No, not anymore. Because then you got people like Peter Thiel who's buying Paramount, Warner Bros, Discovery, NBC, Netflix. He don't just want to control dollars. He want to control how you.
But dollars. His goal is just to take the dollars from the companies and merge them together so you can make a conglomerate. Which is monopolizing the game.
But it's true. But that's not his only goal. His other goal is to put propaganda on each one of those television stations that keeps him and his family in power and keeps you out of it. So it's more than just dollars. It's controlling security for future power.
Well, I will say
and this is the issue with us not working together.
Yeah, working together. Yeah, definitely. I'm saying this is where we come as a human. Like we come as humans. Like we say, being a millionaire is cool. Being a multimillionaire is phenomenal. Being a billionaire, but there's always like an aspect of life where there's a happy medium. Like you ever felt like that place in the gauge where like you feel like, okay, I can breathe.
Yes.
And people sometimes will get to that best part of the life and they want to push for the worst part because of the dollar sign.
I get what you mean.
So like you have a nice house, 7-bedroom house, you got 4 kids. Why would you want a mansion with 25 bedrooms?
Right. No,
It doesn't ecologically make sense.
I agree
It
with you.
doesn't financially even make sense.
I know I
But
agree
it
with
makes
you.
sense in one way, and I'll tell you which way.
The love of money being the root of all evil.
That
Greed.
greed, and also to publicize yourself. Hey, I got this estate. Most of these millionaires and movie producers got an estate, 17 bedrooms, 18 bedrooms.
Right.
They got one kid.
Greed.
They got one kid.
Greed.
There's people out there that got no houses. There's no people out in this world got no houses.
I know.
You're taking up this precious land
I know.
to tell us that you have more money than all the rest.
Greed. Greed and but it's not just greed, it's power. And that's also the money to show off. It's a power thing.
It's a power play.
So that's why I'm like, it's not always just about the dollars. Because for Peter Thiel, he's already the richest man on the planet. Like it's not about dollars for him. For him, it's about the power of I'm controlling what your kids see. I'm controlling what your mama, your grandmama sees. And guess what? I'm gonna put shit in there to make them all think like I do. I'm gonna put shit in there to make them all Christians.
Yeah, be a
Or I'm
CEO.
gonna
Yeah,
put shit in there to make them all think that black people are bad. Or I'm gonna put shit in there to all think Ferrari's bad just because Ferrari fired me 10 years ago. Like, there's a power aspect to it, especially when you get to the higher levels, when you have enough money to buy whole countries. you know,
yeah.
I'm
It's
not
a,
saying that's the goal for us, obviously, but I am saying don't sleep on the extremely wealthy of having ulterior motives
yeah.
beyond just
Well,
dollar signs.
yeah, and then also like I can go back to like the previous videos back in this channel, and I can also say like I'm a farm boy. I like getting hands dirty. I love doing things by the land. I love working on things. I like making sure that those things are moving and my family's provided for. I'm not looking to expand to the certain point where my driveway is a mile long. I'm saying like I don't need the mile long driveway.
I do,
You do.
but you know why?
I could take the dirt road.
I was gonna say I need a mile long driveway, but for me, it's just so my horses got enough room.
Yeah.
It's not so I can. It's not because I want to say I'm better than you. It's because, well, A, it's because I'm paranoid as shit. B, it's because I need the horses to have enough room. I need the pigs to have enough room. I need everything to have enough room.
Yeah.
I think that's part of what drives you as well. Is you understand that who you are as a person deserves more than what the world is willing to give you.
The world is willing to give it, it's just that I'm in the wrong place.
You think the world is willing to give it to
The
you, or you
world
think you have to earn it in
the
some
world
way?
can give you anything. The world can give you anything. And
When I say the world, I'm not necessarily talking about the world as in the universe. I was more talking about the world as in the U.S. government.
yeah, but
Um,
that's common. I mean, yeah, we're not
what is it? Military industrial complex.
we want to become rich, so why doesn't the government want to become rich? Yeah, they want more they're going to try to tax you on when they could. They got more power. Cool. People working, they want to try to find out a way to make LLC not pay taxes. We're all trying to win. We're all trying
Right,
to win
right, right.
this little money niche
This,
when it
yeah,
comes to the
the
tip.
money game.
The money niche. But there's parts of this world where tax is not a dollar. Like tax is not there. The land is not there. And some of those places are cool to live in.
I agree with you.
Them little off grid areas and in life nooks and
No,
nooks and
no,
crannies.
I
And
know.
I mean, I would say right now, like my biggest idol in this world is Paul Walker. Like his lifestyle was to me was amazing.
Mm.
Like he didn't care about all the extra stuff. He cared. He got the money from the movies. At one point, you need it because you're already comfortable doing it. You got the cars, the equity. You need to sufficient keep that sufficient in your lifestyle. Yes, but his paradox wasn't to make himself paramount leader, like you said, paramount conglomerate,
Yeah, yeah.
a shareholder in the biggest of this,
I get it.
or he was just a regular mechanic.
Yeah.
They went back to his shop. The whatever the state salespeople, whoever it was, they bust the door open on his garage. He was just a normal man with a heart.
I mean,
He's just a normal man with a heart.
you think that's why he
No, It happens. It's an accident. But I'm just saying that it's a normal man with a heart. And you look at most of these billionaires and you pop open their houses,
Mm-hmm.
it's just
Mm-hmm.
nothing.
Mm-hmm.
It's the house, art, tax write off, tax write off, tax write off, tax write off. There's no real love in there.
Yeah,
There's no
there's
love.
no.
There's nothing to fill that house in.
I get what you mean.
Nothing to fill that house in. There's no character in there.
I get what you mean.
They're more lonely than we are.
Yeah, I agree with you.
We're just scared to even be around people because they know that someone wants their dollar bills.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Some people want more than their dollar bills.
Yeah.
Some
I want
people,
my dollar bills for my peoples.
some people want their neck.
I'm saying I want my dollar bills for my people. I want
Me too.
I'm
Me
gonna
too. That's how I am. And but you know, it's like the price of everything with inflation. We gonna need the millions. They need to be bees.
yeah, yeah.
They
I
do.
mean, you can cry to the cows all night and say you need.
You
But it's
can.
like I said all the time. It's like, are you gonna go get it? Like,
You
are you
can.
gonna? And that's why this is where I really like. I was just having a conversation with Kenny, and I was like, we were speaking about something, and he was telling me, he's like, how come females come into our lives and think that they can choose us or they can tell us when to go on a date or how the date can go? And I came to realize that women in this world are they're they want to know us first before we get to know them. So if your initial first date starts off as let's go to the club or let's go get drunk, she knows that okay, it's 8 o'clock at night. You're gonna take her on a date. What's your goal?
Mm-hmm.
You're most likely gonna try to go to a hotel,
Mm-hmm.
or you're gonna take her out on a brunch.
Your goal is the same as every other guy.
Every other guy.
Bag and shag and tag.
Insane. But if you take her out on a brunch and you're trying to get to know this person or a nice little, let's say you show her your hobby, take her on a nice little race. Like me, I'll take her on a racetrack or whatever it is. Cool. That's part of life. For me, as a male, showing them your side. And if that person, like, if you're willing to show that person the genuine side, not your fake side, it brings you a lot. Because most men want to just bring the girl to the club to show them that they have the money.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Just be yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Just be yourself. And that's a strong aspect I put in life. I'm like, I was mind blown when I was like, we all just chasing nothing.
You said chasing
We're
nothing.
chasing nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, because it really is nothing.
You ain't going grocery shopping at the club. Are you? No.
I mean, you get a flat in your Ferrari 488 Pista.
I'm changing that.
You still got a flat.
Suit time,
You're
changing
still
that.
on the side of the road in the rain or whatever the fuck.
Suit and tie, change that. Yeah, and it's the hard work, man. This the motivation. I will say sometimes I do lack some motivation in this world, and I will say like I
See,
will go to the gym here.
but I won't even like I don't even look at that like it's a bad thing because the very essence of having motivation is like anti human. Like it's human, but it's against your nature as a human. Like you know
So
what I mean?
demotivated to get motivated sometimes.
No, it's in your nature to be demotivated sometimes. It's outside of your nature to be motivated out all of the time. Like it's like if you think about it like this, in nature, if you ever see an animal that's fat, it,
Never will be.
no,
Like
no, no. If you ever see an animal that's fat, it's a good thing because it means the animal is well what fed.
yeah. I mean,
So
I thought I was going for obese, but yeah, there's never an obese wild animal.
right, but you see what you just said.
Yeah,
See,
yeah,
like there's never an obese wild animal because a wild animal can't eat more than it's supposed to.
yeah.
But a human being,
You can eat as much as you want.
exactly.
As much as you want.
So when you see a fat bear, it's like, oh no, like he's just getting ready for winter. When you see a fat human, it's like, oh no, that motherfucker, like this motherfucker,
He just ate the biggest meal on the
you
earth.
know, he don't do shit. He's lazy. He's unmotivated. So it's not even like you have to be motivated all the time or you have to stay motivated as a human because the very nature of you being motivated isn't human. And then the very nature of you being unmotivated isn't human either, because you're going to do what you need to do in order to survive. Now,
Yeah.
now where you're coming from, the idea of wanting to feel motivated all the time is like, I want to succeed, therefore I'm gonna do this, this, and this, and this, and this, so I can get that $1,000,000, so I can get that dirt road, whatever. But my argument is that because you've already accepted in your mind that you want those things, you're already moving towards them. You can't expect yourself to be motivated all the time, because it is not human.
Yeah, some days are different. You're right.
You and I'm telling you this, and not Mark, because Mark is obviously the person who can never get motivated, but then you're the person who's always expecting themselves to be motivated.
Definitely. Got
But
some.
but
I
there
got.
is no such thing.
I got a question for you though.
Sure. There's no such thing as a man who's always motivated. There's some such thing as a man who has discipline, but there's no man who is always motivated. You understand what I mean by that?
Definitely.
Because you can have discipline and work through the fact that you lack motivation, but you can't expect yourself to be motivated all the time.
That's true. Sometimes I do lack, certain aspects, and I do
And
find myself in certain places.
discipline is what makes humans human, because it's our ability to suppress our natural urges, one way or another,
And I
either
would say that
urges for good or for bad.
your motivation is also where you surround yourself in. So like your crowd that you go for, like
Yeah, but it could also be like just how you're feeling. Like if I don't let you sleep for a week, and then I fucking feed you like a shitty meal, and I tell you, go work in the hot sun for fucking 8 hours, and then come back tomorrow, you're not gonna be motivated. And at that point, you coming back is going to be.
well, I'm a dog.
I know, but you're still not gonna be
I
motivated.
can work out tonight, tomorrow, right
You're
now.
still not gonna be motivated. My whole point is that's the discipline. It's
Yeah,
not
discipline take over the motivation.
exactly
Motivation only spends so many times. Discipline go forever,
forever.
forever.
But discipline is, and I wanna properly define discipline, because it gets a bad rap. Discipline is the human being's ability to suppress one's own natural urges. I'm tired. I don't want to go to work. You need discipline to get up and go to work. I don't want to eat well. You need discipline to eat well. I don't want to go to the gym. You need discipline to go to the gym. But if you were a regular animal, or or damn, I really want to go and f this chick, so I'm gonna go and spend money and buy a prostitute. Or I really want to have this drink, so I'm gonna go have this drink, even though I know I shouldn't. Discipline is your ability to suppress your own human based desires, your animalistic desires. Discipline is your ability to suppress that, nothing more, nothing less. People like to talk about what discipline is. Discipline is discipline versus motivation. No.
Yeah,
Discipline is your ability or lack thereof to suppress your animal desire.
that's true. I mean, that's the aspect of life where you can see it. I mean, I will say that taking that extra step and waking up, let's say 30 minutes earlier than we usually waking up just to
Mm-hmm.
make the next effort in life, it'll take you further. Like at least spending an hour reading in the morning. Let's say you don't do an hour straight, but you do 20 minutes before you eat, 20 minutes after you eat, 20 minutes when you get to where you're getting to. It's 60 minutes. It
Yeah.
adds up. But just taking that extra step in your life and just getting up that little bit earlier and then seeing what's around you. And when you make that phone call at 5 in the morning, 4 in the morning, and no one's answering, you know that you're there. But when you get to the gym and these guys are hyped up at 5 in the morning, you know they're there. So I want to have a conversation with the guy at the gym at 5 in the morning. I
Mm-hmm.
want to have a conversation with the guy at the gym at 12 o'clock in midday after he woke up from a 12-hour nap. a hiatus he was on after he just drank his little moonshine or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't at the gym at 12 looking for that conversation. I'm at 5 o'clock in the morning looking for that conversation because I
Sure.
know that guy working for that.
Sure.
That guy working for that.
Yeah, because he's going even though it's not convenient.
It's not convenient for
Right.
him to go at that
Discipline.
time. It's discipline. At that character, at that aspect, it's discipline.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of know what everybody does in my gym in the morning. I know I could look around and I'm like, okay, that guy's doing that. I know he's there. That guy's on the treadmill. I'm the weirdo stretching the corner, but it's all right. That guy's doing that. I see the girls on the treadmill. I see the guys on the bicycle. I see the one guy shooting his basketball. They're all the same people. They didn't change. They're doing the same thing. I see the same guy squatting, the same guy on the just doing the same concept of what is that? I don't even what is that called? Benching. The guy's benching. They're doing it. But then I see some guys, and this is where my entrepreneur mindset goes. Some guys are hustlers. I see some guys doing the same things, but altering a little bit, but recording it for media.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. Now they took what they do
and they're sharing it.
Their passion and they're sharing the world. And this is where I get into the big circle. What I'm telling you is my passion is cars, vehicles, working on vehicles, and cool. I just recently divested into what the world has said to me, what the gospel has said to me, what my heart has said to me, and everything. I divested into getting my own little shop, not publicly, privately, just to build my own cars with my friends and family.
Mm-hmm.
And publicize it to the world, to YouTube, to show that this is what I love to do. And I feel like if the world gets to know what you love to do, not what you want to do, I feel like the world will love it more. And that speaks louder because then I'm always happy because I'm doing what I love to do, no matter what. It doesn't matter how many long nights, how many endless days, and we get hurt, cut, cool, but you love to do that type of stuff. The guy at the gym recording, he's smiling. He's not grouchy.
Yeah, he's not there just because of his discipline.
Yeah, just because discipline. You know what I'm saying? He's there because he's happy.
He enjoys it.
So if you can use the power of YouTube to generate millions of dollars to what you love,
yeah, dude.
If it even comes down to you being a stock trader and you love to do that, but you're showing the world on YouTube, continue to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here for that. If you love to sell shoes and you sell them on YouTube and you sell your media on YouTube, which a lot of people do, you see the little shorts.
Okay.
Sell that to the world. Don't shortchange what you love to do because you're scared to show the world what you love to do. You know what I'm saying? Like you sell speakers and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be the first guy to tell you in the world, and maybe no one else will tell you, record your interactions. Record what you're going through. Hey, I'm about to sell this speaker. I'm about to rent the speaker out to da-da-da. I'm going to show you the setup process, the payment process, what I use.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to chisel you to not do what I did in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? And then fast forward to you in 6 months, I'm going to chisel you to not do what I did 6 months ago when I thought I knew it all.
Yeah.
And I'm going to chisel you in 7 years back what you should not do to not become a millionaire and how I became a millionaire just renting speakers.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if you think about that, if you're able to timeline and post that, YouTubers are a way of running a book.
I get it.
It's a way of running a book.
I get it, yeah.
Our own way.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm calling you out to record your interactions.
Mm-hmm.
Bruce and his speakers.
I hear you. I mean,
Bruce and his mic equipment.
No, it's that simple, but
it's not that simple.
Point made.
The point is made. The world wants to know. The world wants to know. Someone's gonna want to know something you say.
I mean, hell yeah. I mean, I can think of times where I'll go home and I sit on YouTube. I watch some underwater welder.
Yeah.
This is how
the underwater welder's doing it.
Exactly. This is
and guess what? And you didn't see him frowning. You seen him smiling.
Yeah, smiling because he loves what he's doing.
He loves what he's doing. You seen the landscape. You seen the guys in the landscaping cutting the little edges for free on the people's house.
Exactly.
He ain't cutting it for free. He's cutting it for the world.
Mm-hmm. And he knows he's
cutting it for the world.
He's investing in his own future, but he's also investing in his social capital. And it's giving him power.
It's giving him power over his that. So that's where I call out, and that's where I call myself out. And I said, hold up, Myron Goldman, I'm calling you out, Myron Goldman. You're right. I'm I'm gonna record what I love doing. I went and got myself a shop. I signed that lease yesterday.
As you should.
Thank God I signed that lease yesterday.
Hallelujah.
I'm in there by the end of this month.
And it's a blessing that you can even do that.
Yeah, I mean, blessing I can do that. I'm in there by the end of this month, and I'm recording my ass off. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm hot. Tell you, I better get ready because I'm putting them shorts, reels, clips, snips. What you can see is going up there.
Oh yeah,
It's going up there, and that's
Very
gonna be
nice.
the new podcast studio. And I'm introducing that right now. I'm gonna just say that for 2026,
Yeah,
we're gonna have a different type of podcast studio than what everybody else has. We're not just talking about politics and money no more. We're gonna be talking about vehicles and love and power.
yeah.
It's about that type of stuff now. You know
He'll
what I'm
be
saying?
talking about vehicles.
I've been talking
I
about
don't
that.
know shit about them except for
Hey,
my Acura.
yeah, but I'm just saying that aspect of life is there.
I get it. I
Are
love
you
it.
ready for that buckling?
Am I ready?
You sat down in the seat, you grabbed the seat belt, but you ain't want to buckle it. Now right now it's ready to buckle it. Let's see the videos.
I'm ready.
I'm calling you out for videos.
What, me?
I'm calling you out for speaker renting videos.
I ain't doing that.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
Why not?
The reason I'm not doing it right now, me personally, is because I've been planning and I'm purposefully building in the dark right now.
Building in the dark, it's cool.
I'm purposely building in the dark right now because I'm thinking about in my career if I'm at the point where I want to be, or if I want to change my direction. So that's part of it, and then the other part of it is I'm not always in a position where I can record certain shit. I work with a lot of people who don't like to be recorded,
Yeah.
and then I primarily, when I'm not doing people who don't like to be recorded, I'm doing places that I can't record, i.e., weddings, private events,
Yeah, that's different type of
things
stuff.
like that.
I'm not saying.
But when
I didn't say record the art like the people. I'm saying record the process of you making money off of the love of passion you're doing.
But even that is like still like.
Like you can go home and redocument, like you can document like everything you do, and be like, hey, like that, blah blah. I sold this, I rented this for this much. The
But
spread
not
is
even
here.
because I don't even. I sell myself. It's not even like I rarely I rarely get a gig where it's like, oh, I'm driving to the studio now to pick this up and give this to this person. It's rarely like that.
Yeah.
It's more like meet us here, work your ass off for 8 hours, and okay guys, Cardi B is coming in for her fucking sound check. Everybody be in the right fucking place
And just sit there.
and sit there. And nigga, if you're not there, it's your ass. And then my money just comes through a Zelle. Like, you know. But I understand what you're saying because that's what I wanted to do with my studio. But even that, it's like I'm not the sole owner of the studio. But
I'm just saying, like thinking outside the box.
With my studio, now it's like what I've been wanting to do, and part of why I've been building in silence is just because I just want to do my music thing and recording my videos, recording the process of me like doing my music and shit like that. So like for me right now, it's just about finishing the music itself, and then my career is, like I said, it's completely separate because it's like I show up someplace, I run 100, 200, 300 feet of cable, I set up 4 speakers, I fucking diagnose everything, and then I'm like sound checking somebody, and then sitting and watching the show my damn self for like 7-8 hours.
Yeah, you're watching what they're making or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, sometimes it can be mentally like draining, and you don't even want to go home and like say nothing about that.
Yeah, it's not even that, but it's like I said, it's like the things that would be exciting for people, I can't always like.
You can't produce.
Yeah, exactly. Or like if I could, I'd have to have permission from the people hiring me, and then I'd have to have permission from
the people that they're working with, their clients, and so on and so forth.
But I understand where you're coming from because, believe me, I have a lot to say.
Yeah.
I have a lot to say, and I do have a lot that I want to share. But for me, it's just going to be sharing that when I have my music ready and sharing it in a way that's more cinematic and less vlog.
Yeah, that's vocal.
Yeah, like
L-
more.
less words and more cinematic.
Yeah, yeah,
Almost
like more of a narrative and less of a lifestyle.
yeah,
Like I'm gonna tell a story, and then when I produce content about my life, it'll be in forms of like clear and concise stories about maybe certain situations, and less like vlogging my days.
yeah. I mean, in that aspect, I will like say like when I was younger, and I always like look back to like things I've done, and I'm like, I've dug into some of my folders, and I see like my mom is giving me these business cards. And I'm like, give me a business card for? She's like, that was you in 2013. You opened up a landscape company, and
And you made your own, yeah.
it's like $5 for. I mean, I can't make it up.
Yeah, no, go get him.
No, it's right here. Because I was looking at it. I was looking at it
That's
yesterday,
right.
and I'm like, I'm like looking at this stuff, and I'm like,
You know what's so funny?
look at this corny. Look at this corny business card. One sided. It's. I think I went to Staples and made it, or I don't even know how I did it. I just know I did it.
It's great.
So young landscapers, we do the job right for economic price. Nico and Will. We do lawn mowing, trimming, and backyard cleanup. That's a given. It's landscaping. You don't have to tell them what you do. You know what I'm saying? But you're young. You're trying to tell them exactly what you do.
I know.
They know you cut grass. Like you have a lawnmower, you have rake, you have bags. You're gonna do cleanup. Cool. Hours were the funniest thing. So it was like Monday through Friday, 3:30 to 7:30. That's summer hours. Saturday and Sunday, 12 to 8. And I put my number down. That's crazy. My old phone number's there, and pricing starting at $15. So it's like my first business card, and then I got like my second one, which is my real estate. My third one, which is my company, and then I got my stickers from my other company. And like that moment in life, like when I say like I've been trying to do something, but I wasn't doing it. So I was trying to make them.
But at the same time, you didn't know what you didn't know. Like, you know what I mean? You can't expect a fucking middle schooler to be like to have a good landscaping marketing strategy. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I would say I cut a lot of lawns.
You know exactly.
I cut a lot of lawns.
So were you trying or were you doing just on a level?
I was doing the work,
but
I wasn't trying. I was trying to become better. Like
yeah, but you were doing it on a level that was the best that you could expect from you at that age.
At that age, I'm a 15-year-old mindset. 13.
That's what
I was a 13-year-old
mindset.
mindset,
that's what I'm saying.
And I had people I was hiring in high school.
That's
working
what I'm
for
saying.
me. Like
that's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? So it's,
and then look at you now.
Yeah. It's called trying and doing. Like as you go on in life, you're able to speak about those things you do, and like you're able to like look back and reflect. Like, hey, that didn't work. You go to the next. Okay.
Perspective.
Yeah, your perspective. Okay, that business idea doesn't work. Let's do it this way, maybe.
Yeah.
Or let's do it this way.
Right. Or maybe let's do a completely different business.
Yeah.
But we'll take what we learned from this business
and roll it over to the next one.
Exactly.
And a lot of companies do that. When you see like Mark Zuckerberg, he buys up here, buys up there. He failed in Facebook. Don't think that his Facebook was the best. I remember logging into Facebook on a computer.
Yeah.
And Facebook was better back then than now because you could play the games on the. And you know what I'm talking about. If you know, you know.
Yeah.
Because I made my email the same. I named my email the best year of Facebook, which was 2010, when you were able to play Farmville. And you know what I'm talking about.
I do.
And the world, from my guys that are my age, millennials, we're all millennials, right?
No, we're
Gen
Zs, yeah.
Gen Zs, my Gen Zs out there. You know that Farmville was it back in the days. And you can't tell me nothing about it, right? You can't tell me nothing about it.
Yo, you're hilarious.
So the best part of Facebook was the cheapest version of Facebook. There was no marketplace. There was just a little tweet you could put on the little post line. How you feeling? Remember back in the day, you just had a couple emojis, the mad, angry ones.
I'll back you up on that. And the most money Mark Zuckerberg's made was not even off of Facebook.
Yeah,
it was off Instagram.
It was conglomerating. He took what Facebook had mastered and put it into Instagram and tied them together.
Yep.
So I'm saying that's when you say you see my companies. I took this part of this company, I used this strategic, and I put this one into that one. I added that one, and I put this chip into that piece, and I put this chip into that piece. When I realized that, okay, now I know I funded these parts. But guess what? There was a happy part of my landscape company. I was having fun, but I got hurt. I got cut by a weed whacker. I cut my hand off, like my finger off. They had to re-sew it because I was put my hand inside the blade, and I went to go take this this piece of like rope off. But when I pulled it, the mower started and it cut me.
Oh my god!
It chipped me. I did that one. I was like, I was upset. And my mom like, I'm never gonna cut grass again. I'm over there cutting grass. The next day, I'm starting weed whackers. My name was Clutch. They thought my name was Clutch in the neighborhood because I cut my hand.
Yeah, messing with the clutch.
Yeah. Remember playing, but it's a lawnmower. I don't even got a clutch, but they don't even know that. But I was pulling a piece of land. I was pulling a piece of rope out of there. You know what I'm saying? But I learned from that lesson: don't put your hand in the motor.
Yeah, right.
Use a knife and just cut it. But I mean that part of the aspect, and then I went to mechanic work, mobile business, and I went actually I'm lying to you. I went to real estate after that. Well, I did something in the middle, but that we scratched that out of life. But went to real estate after that, and I realized that this ain't for me. Suit and tie don't get me nowhere. Like I didn't like the suit and tie. Like I'm in front of a customer, and I'm like, I'd rather the jeans. I don't even like the jeans. I like the joggers and get my hands dirty. I'm looking at the house, and I'm trying to sell this person the house, and I'm like, oh, this house is gone.
Yeah, you're
this house is screwed.
You're like, there's this wrong with it. There's that
wrong with it. That wrong with it. I'm an inspector inside the house because my mechanic mindset went to this house is totally wrong.
Right. You're looking at the house from the mindset. I like that you said like of a mechanic. And like of somebody who likes to get their hands dirty.
Yeah.
And not at the you're not looking at the house from the perspective of like a banker or a pure salesman who's like, I went to school to sell things. It doesn't matter what it is. I'm just selling. Like, no, like, all right, this is my mindset. This is how I am.
They know the house is messed up. They choose to overlook the certain things.
No, I know. But I'm saying you.
Yeah,
like your mindset is that of a mechanic versus somebody else's who might be a better real estate broker because they come from the mindset of
just selling,
of a banker,
B2B,
right. Like I said, a banker or a hedge fund guy, they might do great in real estate because they're just looking at the numbers. But you're just looking at the structure of it. You're looking at the structure of how it's built, of how of everything that you would expect a mechanic to look like. And then I might not be good at selling it because I'm just looking at the architecture. I might just be like, damn, that shit pretty. Like, damn, this shit is fire. Or like,
this house is bland.
You know what I'm saying? Or like, I don't like this house. Like, I don't even know how to sell it because even though it don't have anything wrong with it, to me it just looks ugly because I'm an artist, right?
Yeah.
So like, to me, I'm just looking at the outside like, I don't even know why you want this.
Yeah.
You know what? Let me show you a different house. And then that client has been looking at the house like, no, I really want this one. But I'm so on like, well, the paint is bad. The fucking it's got brick on the fucking chimney, but then the siding is fucking made out of wood, and the brick and the wood, they don't go together. Like, that's what I'll be looking at from an artist's perspective. But that doesn't make me a good house salesman. Doesn't make you a good house salesman.
No, I understand.
But it doesn't make us bad at it doesn't make us bad business people either.
Yeah.
It just makes we have different businesses. We have different proclivities is the right word.
I get what you're saying. So like that's where I said I took like the mechanical, the real estate, and then I went on to my own mobile business, and then I with somebody else, and I did the marketing portion of it, and then I realized that the universe is telling me something. They want to see me. Like, I want to be like.
It's your time to be heard.
It's my time to be heard. It's my time to speak about it. It's my time to actually say I put the 19 years in of working.
Yeah, you know enough now.
I put the 19 years of working. I'm not dumb. I can see it coming.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I know this is coming. Let me talk about it so the world can know. So like now I know, like, okay, I'm a 10-year-old boy, and I'm gonna work for somebody and shovel dirt. But I watch this video on YouTube. I'm not gonna do it for a sandwich. No, you're gonna give me $20.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And things along that nature. So like you realize, like, when I was younger, I was doing it for a sandwich because I thought the sandwich was the only thing I can get for my labor.
Right.
And then I realized that I can get $20 for my labor. And then I realized I can get $40 for my labor. And I realized I can get so on and so on and so on. So that when I put all those together, I realized that I'm at a point in my life where I have a plumbing background now too, where I'm growing in my plumbing license and stuff. I'm doing that because I love the mechanical side of plumbing and the HVAC and all that stuff, and growing my stuff there. But I also have my field of nature, the things I love doing, which is people play basketball, people box, people do this. My background for fun is cars. I wouldn't go to the gym if I can go to the track day. I'll tell you that right now. If I can go to the track day every morning, you wouldn't be seeing me at the gym. I'd be a motivated, dedicated, and very driven track day person. If I was able to live by the Nürburgring, I'd do a lap every morning before I go to work. And that's just me.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying parts in the earth in the world you're in, but that's just saying that's the aspect I say, like, put all those pieces together, 26 years old. I'm only gonna do what I love doing. And that's why we'll tell you and tell the world is do what you love to do. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter what it is.
I agree.
No more questions for me?
Well, I mean, you kind of. This one is a more of a why do you think people do this kind of thing? But you kind of touched on it earlier, and then you kind of moved on. But basically, the last one would be, why do you think young men specifically try to do everything alone? And why do you think it's so hard now? As you know, and as I know, I haven't had a gym partner since I moved down from up here. You haven't had a gym partner since I moved down from up here. So why do you think men in today's society are so resistant to working with each other? And the reason actually that the thing that brought this question to my mind is it was a Bible verse I read, and I'll find it right now. But basically it was the verse said, for 3 chords are stronger than one.
Yes.
You know?
I read that.
If you had one fucking twig, you could break one twig damn near with 2 fingers. But the moment you put 3 together, you're gonna be there like,
you're gonna try, yeah. Yeah.
So we want all of these things. I want to succeed. You want to succeed. I'm sure plenty of our friends have things that they want to succeed in, and yet we always try to do that shit by ourselves. We never try to.
I will say the reason why men don't work together is because we all want to be the same. We can't get that out of our brain to not be the same. So, like, if you're a good artist, you as a good friend of mine, you know you're not going to give me a guitar because I'm going to try to take it apart and put it back together. You know that.
Yeah.
Same reason why I won't give you a jack to work on a car. I gave you a jack, and you told me how to take the stuff you're doing with the jack, which I was like, okay, I'll do it for you. That's my ass. That's my part of life. Yeah. My thing is, my covenant when it comes to that gym part and everything is people don't know their lane. Men know how to work together. Boys know how to collide. Keep that at that so again. Boys know how to collide. I like that. Yeah, boys wanna talk. He don't know how to do this. He don't know how to do this. But guess what? If y'all both know how to do this, you know how to do this. You know how to do that. Y'all can work together. Right. And go forward. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes. You know how to change a tire. You know how to do the oil change. He don't want to change the oil, and I know. And he don't want to change the tire. But I change the tire all the time. But as soon as the verse flips, and he's doing the tire, and he's doing the oil change. Yo, you're better at that. Yo, what size is that oil? Yo, how do you take the beat off the tire? And they're starting back because I realized, okay, now once they're in each other's shoes, the boys, they turn into men because now they know, okay, I'm gonna stay in my lane and I'm gonna just do my thing. That's right. When you go to school, you're not the teacher. You're not the teacher, my brother. You are the student. You better sit your butt down. You better learn. Listen, and among your peers, you learn together. You're competing. Yeah, you're competing with them. Obviously, this guy's gonna write better than you, or language, or this guy's gonna know more about history than you. But among each other, y'all gain a classroom grade. You don't gain
I
a
get what you
regular
mean.
grade because a classroom grade is always average. If the classroom is all bad, they usually all of them are failing or they're all getting C's.
Yeah.
Well, you can't fail in America anymore, you know. But besides the aspect, but most classrooms either they're all A classes, they're all B classes, they're all C class,
classes, right?
or A plus, B, you know, B minus, whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, if you notice that, if as long as you work as a group, you're gonna get to where you gotta get to, and that's where I love wrestling because wrestling is like that. Wrestling for me is a sport where this guy's good at this weight, he can be a little bit less than that weight, but he's good at this weight. This guy's better underweight on this part. This guy's not good underweight, but he's a great point scorer and winning and whatever. Once that wrestling team comes together and you at the end of the day you win the match. You don't win the match by one person, you win the match collectively. As a wrestler, even though you got 20 people wrestling, you win the match. Like you guys win against the city because you guys beat majority of them with majority of you.
I see.
And now you became men because you worked together. You didn't become boys and criticize him because he didn't know how to do a takedown the right way.
Interesting.
So it's like the men, it's like the boy and the men is like the working together. And
even though wrestling, and I like that you brought up wrestling because most people wouldn't think of that as a team sport.
Nah.
But it is,
as
sport. You just said.
It's the biggest team sport there is. Well, not the biggest, but it's team sport.
It's a team sport.
Like when we go to the gym.
Most people would think about it like MMA, but in MMA, you're only fighting for yourself.
You're fighting for yourself. You're fending for yourself.
Yeah.
Fending for yourself. Well, you gotta say wrestling. Yeah, when you get to a higher up and you get to college, you're wrestling. Now you're wrestling. You're wrestling for a team too because after
Penn State has still got to beat.
Yeah.
Duke.
Yeah, you gotta beat Duke, but through the players. You can't beat them by one. It can't be one single. It can't be Ronald McDonald beating Adam Schneider and boom, that's it. 1-1. No, it's him and his crew and him and his crew. Like he's the best. He's the best. Come together. And I would say when we go to the gym, when you realize we're not boys at the gym, we're men because we go among each other. Like we're not boys attacking each other. We're men sharpening each other. We're sharpening each other. So you come to me with some wrestling skills, I come to you with some crazy working on this muscle that I haven't seen in my whole wide world, but the girl behind me is looking at me like, damn, you're working out this muscle that it might work, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But that's your type of aspect, my type of aspect is this. And that's it. As long as we're working together on it, yeah, we get a little scuffling, but we get a little itchy in the gym, little hands get thrown, cool. But that's fine with the world.
And because at the end of the day, we're on the same team.
Yeah, to wrap up your question, I would say is you gotta wipe that eagle off. That's it.
I'm happy that I at least got another cord to stand with me.
Yeah.
You feel me?
That's it.
And if we just gotta keep building the team. You get France back in here.
Yeah, France is the third cord.
You feel me? You get him back in here. We gonna be all right.
That's it. Well, we're gonna be wrapping it up now. See you guys later.
Love.
Next video will be next year.
Oh yeah, 2026.
In the new spot.
2026. Get your what do they call them? New Year's resolutions. Some resolutions ready.
And your popcorn ready.
Get them ready.